Hi ladies and gents, just a bit of a vid on the gel ball sizer that I made up for using with gel ball guns or gel ball blasters. I've done this at 0.5 millimeter increments, so it goes from 5.5 millimeters right at the top end down to about 13 millimeters plus at the bottom end. Now this is my gel ball collection so far. Well, there are more, but multiples of the ones that are out here. All up I've got somewhere into the 40s all up, I think. So ones like the Terminator V2, that uses just over 7mm, and ones like the Gold Desert Eagle manual down there, they use about 12mm. They're the sizes that I've found go really well in them anyway. So I made this up, that way you don't get balls that are too big, so you have jam ups, and you don't get balls that are too small that simply fall out the end. So that's why I've made this up basically, and I do, you know, like a bucket load at a time over this, so I do a fair bit. Just so that people know what the bright light and everything is, I'm not growing Mexican tomatoes inside or something like that. I've got some barramundi, some baby barra, one baby barra that got bashed up by his brother, and he's got a torn up fin, so he's in there. Actually, I think he can, no, he moved. I think he was there for a minute. And some golden perch down in there. I've got the aquaponics set up out the back, so those fish are in here until it warms up, because it's still pretty cold here. It gets into the minuses and snows here every couple of years, so they've just been inside over winter getting a bit of size before I put them outside so that they can really feed up. Back to this. Now, the two rails are a V-rail that are upside down, and I've got wood for the corner rails of rooms and stuff like that, and I've cut lengths of it, put it upside down because it's at a 90 degree as well, so when you do the bolts up from underneath it doesn't spread the aluminium apart as much. So put the rails down, and one is just a drill hole, the other one, the hole's elongated so that these can be made closer and farther apart. Then use a drill bit, get the drill bit between them, and when it fits nice and snug, what I do is, say with the 8mm, the 8mm I put about 1 centimetre to this side of this dividing rail, because as the balls come down they'll fall in a curve. So in other words, you'll end up with the 8.5s will actually be from sort of like 8.4 through to 8.9. So just go from about 1 centimetre up, depending on how much of a slope you have it on as well. Now, I've put this here just to slow down the larger ones. It doesn't work quite as well with the smaller balls. It's just a bit hard because I've got a camera in my hand, that's the main thing. But well, you can see how it's working anyway. If I come over to here and I can put that up right. Oh, no, bugger it. I'll just put some down it. And so, yeah, you get the hint of sort of how it works anyway. And they will fall into the size that you want them to go into. There we go. And of course, the more you pick this end up, the easier you make it to roll. Try not to get them sitting on top of each other. You want them to roll down just nicely. Sometimes you'll get one that'll be a bit fidgety that you might have to give a push, but other than that, that's how it works. And if you want, leave the caps on so that it catches them in here, or I'm going to make a PVC collar that'll go around with a cut in it, so that you just unclip it, pull this out, put a fresh one in without the lids on there, and that way it'll fall straight down and into the neck. It'll locate the necks together. That's with the caps off. But with the caps on, you can just fill up the top bit, put an empty bottle under it, slide the cap out, fill it up, put the top back in, catch a fresh lot. I do that especially when I'm doing these different colours, because I do by size and colour, so I end up with a lot of balls all up because of all of the different ones. I like to have different sizes of every colour, that way somebody can choose the gun that they want to use and then choose the colour that they want to use and go for it. So yep, that's about it. And as for the laws, bloody stupid, aren't they? This, which is the Nerf Stampede, I got it so that I could work out chamber sizes compared to some of these, seeing that they use the exact same motor. Basically this has actually got a larger chamber, barely, but it is larger than what 80% of these actually use. So it's just stupidity basically, especially when this can be bought in Toys R Us and now you can't get these. So it's just stupidity. Well, ladies and gents, that's about it. Just thought I'd show you this anyway. Give me any feedback and ways that you think that it could be improved or whatever. Have a good day. See you later.